Name of Prince de Rossi, who you can find on Instagram at Prince underscore de, that's DE underscore Rossi. Far too many Instagrams in your Instagram handles. Far too many underscores in your Instagram handles, sir.
Very, very true. That's very true. The thing is, now like I couldn't put it as one name. Apparently it was taken, so I had to.
Someone took Prince de Rossi, one word.
I know, right? It's like it's such a unique name. Like who would also have Prince de Rossi?
Right?
I thought I was special and being the only one. Seems I'm a duplicate.
Well, you are special to us at the very least, because you're currently rocking the party on the #1 dance music show on campus radio right now. We call it Living Electro. We do it every Thursday, 8 to 11 p.m., hosted by yours truly, the Savage with the sexy voice you know is Game. And like I said, I've got Prince Rossi in studio with me right now. And like I said, if you want to catch up with him on social media, on his Twitter handle, which he doesn't use nearly as much as his Instagram, is at Prince. It's Prince R. Moase. It was a struggle. Can I just tell the story really, really quick? I'm going to tell an off-script Vow FM story right now. So I'm typing the tweet that says, "Hey, Prince is in studio." I'm trying to find this man's Twitter handle. I've been trying to find your Twitter handle all day, bro.
Understandably.
Now, when my producer sent me all of the information that I needed for your visit tonight, he gave me your Twitter handle as well. He gave it to me as Prince R. Moase.
Yeah.
Hey, so I'm frantically searching for at Prince R. Moase on Twitter. Every time I search, it says this handle doesn't exist. I'm like, what's going on? Do I have a ghost coming in as a guest on my show? What is going on? He comes in, and all he does is put an "it's" in front of the entire handle that I typed out. And then we find his Twitter handle. He then tells me that no, it's because I don't use my Twitter as often as...
like, I don't know. If you go to that profile, I think my last post was like from a few months ago. I'm mainly on Instagram. More active on Instagram and
All
Facebook.
Right. Okay, but before we get to your choice of social media use, let's talk about your musical journey, man. How did you get started? How did you get into a genre as complex as EDM is, being that you are proudly from Edenvale, which I mean I don't mean this as a knock to anybody from Edenvale, anybody from the East Rand. I don't mean this as a knock to anybody. No, and I do not mean to offend. But when you think about hoods like Edenvale and all of that. For me, at the very least, EDM isn't the first thing that comes to my mind as far as a genre of music that people from that area were jammed to. So I'm very curious as to how exactly you got into this particular very, very wonderful, wacky world we know as electronic dance music. How did you get into it, brother?
Well, for me, like to start off, my music choices are very different to everyone. So, like to those who really know me, they're not surprised that I'm doing EDM. But it was to just be hip hop mainly. Okay. I was a hip hop. I was a rapper. I was a hip hop producer. That was my main route. But then I started listening to electronic dance music. Started with electro house, with like bingo players. Excuse me, Swedish House Mafia and what is it now, Avicii. Yeah. And it really intrigued me. I was like, wow, this is actually quite nice. It seemed very complex, as you said. So I was like, you know what? Maybe it's not my time to make it. Like, there's just too much work. But then the more I started listening to it, the more I started getting more. I was like, you know what? Let me actually attempt this. And after seeing Tomorrowland, 2013, off the movie, I was like, wow, if this is the level you can get within the genre as a DJ, I want that. Okay. So that's when I was like, you know what? Let me give it a try. And
cool.
Here we are.
All right, now you dropped a whole bunch of very, very legendary names. As far as how you got started, Avicii, who has since he either has or he hasn't retired, depending on who you ask.
Depends on his mood.
Depends on his mood. You said Avicii. You said the Bingo Players. A favorite of mine. You said Swedish House Mafia as well. Now, when people look at Prince de Rossi as the artistic package that you are, and they want to delve deeper into everything that makes Prince de Rossi the artist that he is, as far as musical inspirations is concerned, who would you say are the inspirations that you draw from?
Within EDM or in
Yeah,
general?
within EDM and maybe a little bit generally, considering that you started from hip hop and you made your way.
Within EDM, I would say there's a lot of people. There's DJ Carnage. There's Alvaro. There's even Martin Garrix, Hardwell, and with my more recent stuff, I would say Bolak.
Okay.
I don't know if people know. Chanda Monkey.
Yes.
Vimo.
Shout out to Chanda Monkey real quick.
Yeah, well, he's one of the best. In him, Carl Watson, they really pushing the envelope when it comes to I mean, they're getting international
recognition,
international recognition, which is amazing. So yeah, as many of those guys within EDM. Also Dimitri Vegas and Like Mike, who inspired me to DJ after seeing their set. That's all right. In music in general, it has to be my 4 main guys. It's
just go through those 4. It's fine. The other ones don't matter.
Yeah, I have a very big musical
palette of inspiration.
Yes, all right. But the main 4 has to be James Brown.
Okay.
Jimi Hendrix.
Okay.
Michael Jackson and Prince. Reason being.
Hence the name.
I had to keep Prince in there.
Yeah.
Reason being, they are, apart from their race, they're black guys who really push the envelope in music as a whole. So me being an artist, I want to be on that level where what I have to bring to the table is that impactful that it's people generations after me, way after me, will still be talking about it.
Cool.
So I mean, look at those guys. Within hip hop, it would have to be Wu-Tang Clan. The whole West Coast, 90s West Coast squad. Who else? Immortal Technique, Grave Diggers. They're very good rappers. They're not very depressing as the name sounds. Really great rappers. Lost Emperor. Yeah, it's actually I have a very underground rappers have really influenced me a lot in terms of musically when it comes to songwriting.
Okay.
When it comes to content, which I bring out, they just really I really learned a lot from listening to guys like that.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Now let's steer it back to the realms of electronic dance music, because that's what we're all about here on Living Electro. So I heard your new one.
Yeah.
The mix that we just played. It's called Mankey.
Yeah.
It's on his SoundCloud page.
Yeah.
He'll tell you he'll tell you how to get to his SoundCloud page in a second.
Yeah.
But I'm curious as to the sound that you went for as far as making that is concerned. What inspired that particular sound? And the reason I ask is because a lot of the time people have a misconception about electronic dance music that it's just fist pump vibes the entire time.
Yeah, I know that.
Yours came through with that very, very laid back, very, very housey feel.
Yeah.
So talk to me about just really briefly though, as briefly as you can. Talk to me about the inspiration that came behind that song and
with me, what I really wanted to do, I stepped out of the big room house fist pump vibe this year, and I was like, you know what? Let me try and make something which is melodic, different, and still has a pumpy feel. If that all makes sense.
It does. To those who were listening carefully.
Yeah, that is really good, man. And I was experimenting with sounds, and the sounded the main drop sound. It really caught my ear, and I was like, wow, let me see what I can do with this. And I just spent a lot of time, and I think it took me 2 weeks to really be fine with the production phase of the song before the mixing. And I was really experimenting with sounds, listening to different bass house, mainly bass house tracks to get more inspiration as to how I should go about the track.
Cool.
And got Mankey.
All right. And you alluded to it doing very, very well. I understand it's currently running in excess of 300 plays on your SoundCloud right now.
Yes. Yeah.
Very, very well. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you
Halala for the
Thank you
success.
very much.
Now, I understand. So now that you're in, now that you've dived into this wonderful, wacky world of electronic dance music, I want to get a sense of how wild your life has been since you first made your foray into this wonderful wacky world of EDM. So I'd like you to tell me in the following order, right?
Okay.
Just two of them. Just two of them. Just
Right,
two of them.
I'm ready.
The weirdest experience you had while playing for a crowd,
Okay.
and the greatest experience.
The weirdest experience while playing for a crowd. Okay, I haven't had any weirdest, but I've had a weird. I was booked for an event.
Okay.
This is really weird. Okay, it's in Cullinan, all right.
Okay.
So and this guy was promising 20,000.
Wow.
And I was like, wow, you haven't even heard me play, bro. Are you serious? Like, yeah. I was speaking with the manager right now, and I was like, okay, let's do it.
Let's do this. Okay.
So now I told my best friend, man, I was like, hey, man, I just hit the jackpot right now. There's this event. It's actually it was called. It was a gay event. It's called Fag Fest or something like that.
Okay.
So I didn't know what was going on. It just
okay, fine.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like a gay pride event. So now we drive all the way to Kelena, and it's a long drive from Edenville, man. So and we even hit a toll. We didn't have cash for the toll. So like, okay, we're freaking out. What do we do? A lady pays for us. Like, oh, don't worry, man. We're gonna get 20,000. We'll pay her back with interest. We get there. We chill for a bit. He leaves. He says, okay, you sorted. I'll come back later, maybe. And then I'm waiting for the guy to pitch, the guy who organized the event. And he's a no-show. And then I went to like the main organizer, like, hey, man, I'm looking for so-and-so. He's like, bro, I didn't even know that you were going to even play this event. And I was like, are you serious? We drove 50-plus kilometers.
No.
For this thing. I don't even know where I am. And he did, and then he actually put him on the phone, and he was like, hey, man, bro, hey, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be chill in this situation.
Okay.
And they were very cool people, man. They were very understanding. They gave me $200. I called my friend up, I told him everything, and we used that $200 to get
back home.
Yeah, to get back home. So, yeah, I won't lie. We actually got stuck in Mamelodi on our way back. And he was freaking out because like he doesn't know like where are we, man? And I'm trying to work the GPS. I didn't even know what was going on, but he managed to get out of there. And wow, that was the weirdest. One of the weirdest experiences in terms of DJ.
Weird, borderline sad, dude. I'm so sorry you went through that.
You know what? For me, what made it great was that the people were understanding, and they still were, and they were very humble about it.
Okay.
Like, you know what, man? This guy messed you over. It's cool. They even bought me drinks.
Nice.
They were like taking care of me. It's like, you know what, bro? Just chill, bro. It's over.
You didn't end up playing at that event?
No, I didn't end up playing.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, they already had the lineup and everything.
Damn, stodgy promoters. Anyway, moving on. Let's lighten the mood a little bit.
Yeah,
moving on to your greatest experience.
My greatest experience. My greatest experience has to be there was this I was DJing at this one girl's Sweet 16. It was actually the first paid gig I got.
Okay.
It was a Sweet 16, and wow, man, the vibe was just crazy. Everyone was just enjoying. Each track was coming on. They had like this, like it was like a house party.
Okay.
And they had the the garden area. People were just chilling there, and going crazy.
Yay.
And I was like, yeah.
This is why I do this, man.
Yeah, the stepping stone, man. And every track I was playing, track after track after track after track.
They were going
and I wasn't even like, I was just. Well, I was happy. There was people around me coming complimenting me, and I was like, yeah, man. For the first paid gig, this is brilliant.
Nice,
man,
nicely done.
Happy,
see, I'm happy now. I'm smiling. I'm gonna look into the camera that's recording us right now, and show you how happy I am. I'm smiling from ear to ear because that's how great that story was, and I'm sure that's how great that experience was for you.
It was the best experience.
All right, let's wrap it up really quickly. We've heard you mix. We've heard your songs.
Yeah.
We've heard your one song at the very least. That was in the mix that you played for us. New track tomorrow coming out.
Coming out tomorrow.
Tell us a little bit more about that.
It's also bass housey, a little bit different to Mankey, but it's within that realm, and it's a lot more funky. I actually don't know what genre to put it in. You guys can go listen to it. You can comment and say, yeah, this sounds a lot more bass house or whatever. But
Speaking of which, how can they go about doing so?
How can they go about commenting?
Yeah.
Go to On SoundCloud, you can find me at Prince Rossi.
Mhm.
You'll find my page. And please follow, guys. Please follow and comment and just be very active on it. SoundCloud, www.soundcloud.com/Prince Rossi. And my Instagram is at Prince_DE_Rossi. ROSSI.
All right. Uzwele, please follow the boy. Please follow. Please follow. Please follow. Prince, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for hanging out with us here on Living Electro. And I can't wait to hear the new sounds tomorrow, bro.
Be amazing. Oh, one more. I have an EP coming out.
Yes, absolutely. We talked about this off air.
Yeah,